I'm gonna say it because it's no hard feelings.
Brock Lesnar comes.
You get me.
Hey, Marilyn, is there a problem? You know these clowns? you know these suckers over here.
Hey, Nick.
Mr. Lesnar?
This guy has a mean uppercut, so we're good.
Mr. Lesnar?
Like he's, he can see it's you saying it. It's
Honestly, he shouldn't have done it if he didn't want me to.
You're right,
Okay.
bad
Facts.
Brock.
Okay.
No.
Postcard is Cash App request. 10K. Yeah.
10K.
Yeah.
You can't be like, I don't got it. You're in bar, but
I'm breaking up.
No, you definitely have it.
Send you back a message saying Cash App has crashed.
For sure. Well, Nick, since we're not in Bora Bora, we're not in Ghana, right? I guess go ahead and get this podcast started. All
right, everybody. Welcome to the 804 podcast. I'm Nic
Jesse,
Alex.
And today we have Marilyn with us.
Hello.
Hey.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Have you ever had somebody say it's a pleasure to be here?
She might be the first. Let's run with it. Yeah.
I mean, we got people say they're happy to be here. They not make it seem like
everybody's like, oh gosh. I mean, I just
wish I was in Ghana. Right? Yeah. Damn. Right. You just set the tone real. Right. You just set the real exotic tone early, man. No, we're here. Goddammit, Blackbird. We're here in Richmond. We here, man. Golly.
Richmond, VA.
For sure. Well, since we are here, Marilyn, Alex has a problem.
What?
Week to week, episode to episode. You even asked us off camera. Alex can count these episode numbers, man. You know?
It gets tough.
Wait, the problem is we don't know what episode it is?
He went to public school.
Tight.
So did I.
Yeah. Tight.
Nick, your jokes are hitting deep tonight, boy.
Public school.
But for sure.
Public school.
Tight. Tighten up, because let me not say nothing too wild on camera, but
you did graduate, brother. You did graduate. You
I
did.
went to Chesterfield Public School.
He went to LC Bird.
Okay.
What school did you go to? By chance.
So technically, my home school was Midlow, but I transferred 9 weeks in to ARGS in Petersburg. Appomattox Regional Governor's School for the Arts.
Okay, that's
Shout out Dragons. I went there for straight theater. Was my major.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
it was cool. I loved it, but I did grow up all through elementary school, in high school in Chesterfield County.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. What I'm curious. What middle school did you go to?
Midlow.
Oh, Midlothian Middle School. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
We went to Manchester.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody went to Manchester.
Don't hate on CCPS.
Right. Facts.
Shout out Henrico County Public School.
Okay.
Respect.
Shower, where'd you go?
Shout out education. Look where we are now.
Where'd you go to middle school, Shower?
Middle school, New Orleans, Texas.
My boy. That's where everyone went.
Worldwide, man. Worldwide.
Meadowbrook High, freshman.
Respect.
Graduated from.
Okay. Richmond, represent.
It's definitely in the house. Right. It's definitely in the house.
We worldwide.
It's the 804 podcast.
Worldwide.
But we're not letting you off the hook, man. Right. Not at all, man. So real quick, brother. What episode number are we on today, man?
All right.
What we doing?
I know we've been doing the 804 podcast for a hot little minute now.
I think everybody know that, brother.
Yeah. So it's been a while. So, with that being said, I would have to look to my brother Nick for the assist.
I ain't got nothing for you.
That's tough. Starving. Can't even give your brother a crumb. I look to my brother Jesse.
I missed the part, but that's my problem.
Toby Maguire. Bet. So, I'm going to have to say that we've been doing the 804 podcast for 237 episodes.
Is that your final answer?
Is this a guess or a fact?
Are you sure about this?
It's something.
There you go. Right. Congratulations. Right, I think that's right. When you have one job. Right. For sure.
Yes.
What an honor to be on the 236th episode.
7.
7. That's actually my lucky number.
Oh, word?
7. It is now.
Bet. Yeah, I'm weak.
There it is.
Bet.
For sure. All right. Well, now it's your turn, Marilyn. We do have another tradition after the episode count. We do have a quote of the day, quote of the week. This quote could be a Bible verse, song title,
lyric.
Song lyric. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. Song lyric, IG caption, tattoo, anything that means something to you.
Post.
Instagram. Shut up, Alex. All right, you corrected me. I got it wrong. But yeah, anything that means something to you could be a motto, saying, anything that means something to Marilyn.
Okay, a quote. I have just recently discovered this quote. My friend Johnny Siggs, I'm not sure if y'all know him. He's a rapper in Richmond. Also, my bestie and coworker. He posted it on his story, and I've been like living by it every day. And he posted it last week, and I've been saying it every day. It's, why wake up stressing when waking up is a blessing? And because I be waking up stressing every day, and then I saw that, and I was every time I wake up stressing, like immediately. As soon as I wake up, I'm like, God.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, you know what? It's a blessing, and it's actually one little Instagram post changed my life. So, yeah, that's my quote of the day that I just picked up like last week. So yeah,
Respect.
yeah.
I usually like to ask a little question after. So what's one way that you, it might be one of our questions later, but what's
Oh yeah.
We're gonna run with it.
Yeah.
No, we know. I know what you're saying. If it's not a word, it's definitely a word.
Yeah.
Oh, so many ways. I can't even count. I do so many things. Like I have so many little like hobbies. Obviously friends, good energy, good people, awesome way to de-stress. Music, duh. Everyone listening, playing, creating. Love writing. Writing is a great way to de-stress when my mind's just running a million miles a minute. I love writing. I'm a hooper, not basketball. I hula hoop. People are always like, you hoop? I'm like, not like that. I spin my hula hoop around, and that's amazing. I also fire spin with my hoop, so I like that. I also rock climb. I'm like going down. That's like everything I do to de-stress. Just depends on my mood and what I'm feeling. But mostly, if I'm thinking like on an everyday basis,
right.
Like after work, getting home, I may just like sit back, grab a brewski or something, and just write out how I feel. I would say that's the most like common form of de-stressing I do.
Now, when it comes to rock climbing, are these like, are you going to like
Mount
indoor
Everest, Nick? Yes.
Or
Yes.
you like actual rock climbing? Like,
Oh, I go to a rock climbing gym. Mm-hmm. It's like 5 minutes from here. It's peak.
Come on, Nick. Let's go.
Yeah, me and my roommate were both like on a dual plan, so it's like cheaper. We go rock climbing together. We went today. It's just working out is important, like moving your body, but I hate working out. So rock climbing's like, it's like more fun for me. So that's why I go all the time. Sometimes I'll do a workout because there's an actual gym there, but it's like, I really got to be feeling something to actually like work out. But I mostly just like rock climb.
Is it like by height, or how does it work in there?
There's 2 different types. There's like top roping where you like tie yourself in, and then your partner's like, it's called belaying, where they like help you up in a way, like they pull the rope and like then they let you down. That's my favorite. And then there's also bouldering where you like are climbing up and it gets like really high, definitely like a little higher than the ceiling, and then once you reach the top you just kind of like drop down. I like top roping more because it's like I've taken some fumbles on the bouldering wall and I'm kind of scared, but yeah. So I like
you
the
get back
tall
up?
ones. Yeah.
I haven't rock climbed since elementary school. They used to have this joint gym.
Oh yeah.
And that was slab.
I think I do.
Little jumps, and then your ass, and it would be like, you would go up there, and then it would drop you down. I think they had like a rope or something.
It was something like that.
Yeah, it was makeshift like a mug. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
With the hinting.
CCP.
So it wasn't nothing crazy. It was we're doing rock climbing today, and like
You should try it again.
No, it sounds fun. I ain't gonna lie.
It's literally like 3 minutes from here.
So we going?
Yeah.
Oh,
And if it's your first time, you get them for free.
we're definitely going.
Yeah. Free
So
99.
so you gonna go with the north face and
Hey, whatever helps me rock climb, I'm game. I'm game.
guess so, man.
But-
All right. I guess real quick before we get into all the questions, another thing that we do is I guess just a slight intro. If you wanted to tell the people out there, no pun intended, living under a rock. I guess I know we've never been able to segue this before like that. So I guess just if you could tell the people what you do in a nutshell. Some like slight words.
Okay.
Before we get to the real interview questions.
What I do.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm Marilyn. I have a band. I am Marilyn, but the band is also kind of becoming Marilyn, and it's great, and I love them. We're all very close. I write music. I perform music. It's one of my favorite things. If there's one thing I think I love more than writing music, it's performing it. So I perform all around Richmond, and I make like alt pop rock music. It's kind of hard to fit in a box. I think every time I make a song, it's just a different sound, and it's confusing, and I love it because music that you can't put in a box is cool. It's not like anything else, so I think that's great. Singer, songwriter, performer, friend to all. I'm a very spiritual person. I grew up in a spiritual center. I would say like I'm very faith driven.
Amen.
Amen. Very divinely guided, I would say. So I definitely know for a fact that music is my path and my purpose here. So yeah, that's me. I'm Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
I was thinking.
Jesse, you can step outside for us. No, I just want to say hi to Marilyn.
Yeah.
No, Jesse, that's it. Right. Can we go rock climbing now? Jesse, that's enough. Right, yeah. Oh, man. Can't do what anybody do. Right. For sure. I guess I'll start off going, bring it back. When did you start making music?
Oh my God.
I know.
Like my whole life, kind of like.
Talk to us.
When I was younger,
Here we go.
I always wrote songs about the boys, just crappy boys. Can you curse on this podcast?
Yes, you fucking
Shitty boys. Wait, why is we saying we can't? We can't.
I mean, nah, fuck it. Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Shitty boys.
Y'all gotta tighten up out here, man.
I was like 14, and my parents, like I always sang, and my parents couldn't afford music classes or like vocal classes, but one of my dad's friends like anonymously like bought me like a month of singing lessons. So I go into these singing lessons, and the music teacher, the vocal coach, whatever, was like, yeah, you already know how to sing, so there's like no point in me teaching you, so you should take one of our other classes instead. So I was like, okay. So I took this production class, and I made this song in that production class with this dude who worked there. So it kind of like stemmed from there. I was like, this is cool. I got to see the process and everything. So that was a really big blessing. And then I did the talent show in the 7th grade, and my parents didn't know I sang. I would like lock myself in the garage because I was so embarrassed. I didn't want anyone to hear me. But I would lock myself in the garage and just like sing my heart out. And I did the talent show. And my dad always tells a story like when they like open up the curtains, he's like, okay, I'm gonna see like my daughter like sing her little song. Like he thinks it's gonna be all cutesy, and then he was like, oh wait, my daughter can actually sing. That's crazy. Yeah. And then at my church, I sang. We did like little spiritual retreats when we were younger, but like for the youth, and we had something called spirit sharing, where we would all have like a little talent show. So I grew a lot of my confidence performing there because it was such a safe and loving environment. Like everyone was so uplifting, so supportive. So it really, I think, especially when you're young, you need that drive and like that support. So I had so much of that growing up, which was such a blessing, and I think it definitely helped support me to be where I am today. But yeah, my whole life, anytime any inconvenience happens, I have to write about it, and it just kind of has always happened that way. So I would say that was my long way of saying forever.
You're good.
For sure.
I actually got one for you. So you mentioned you love performing music. So what's your performing process? Like right before you go out on stage or right before you're about to perform, what do you do right before?
I don't know if I have a routine.
Oh, okay.
So I grew my love for the stage because I grew up doing theater.
Right.
Yeah, so I grew up doing theater, and so I was already like comfortable on stage, and I was performing at church, so I was very comfortable doing that. It was always something I liked. When I was little, I actually wanted to be an actor, and a musician wasn't really like in my brain, and so like I released music, and then people were like, "Oh, that's good." So I was like, "Okay, this is cool." So I gained a lot of confidence that way. So it kind of depends on the show. I kind of like walk around, say hey to everyone, like, oh my God, thanks for being here. I'm usually like at the merch booth, setting up. If I'm already there, like I've already been there for a long time, like with sound check and everything. There are some shows I've done where it's like, there's either two ways it happens. It's like before I get on stage, I have a pit in my stomach and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. But the second I get on stage, it's like, I'm a different person. I'm in a different world. I'm in a different element. And then if it's not that, it's either I'm so ready to perform, I perform, and then when I get off the stage, there's a pit in my stomach. But like a good pit. It's just like
I did that.
Yeah. Because I'd be belting for like 45 minutes straight. So yeah, there's not really a process. I just kind of do it. And when I did the River City Roll show, that was like the most people. It was like a month ago. It's the most people I've ever performed to, at least like 200. I'd say like 200 to 300. I don't know. It was a free event, so I don't know how many people were there. But I was like, I was scared shitless. I was like, there's so many people here. Like, I don't know. When it's big crowds. I was also scared. I just did the VCU Tiny Desk thing. I was so nervous for that because it was so vulnerable. And you're like speaking about your songs and stuff in between. And I was like, shit. Like I write music because it's like very indirect. Like you feel the feelings, but you're not like going through everything that happened. So I'm like talking to these strangers about like my deepest like love traumas and stuff. And I was like, this makes me so nervous. This is so vulnerable. Being vulnerable is scary. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I say this. What's the most personal song you ever wrote?
Getting vulnerable.
Oh my gosh. Like, I have to think. My whole album, for the most part, was super personal, but honestly, like, most of them are. They have their little phases. My first song I ever wrote actually was not personal at all. It was like, this is a cool beat. I'm just going to sing. It's called Vibe With Me. And I'm just like, vibe with me, vibe with me. And it's like, that's not personal at all. Clarity was not very personal. But a lot of them were based off my breakups. And I think when I wrote my EP, I had a song called Wishful Thinker. That one was like kind of about hating myself and like, you know, like the like the
I didn't even mean to do that, but it just slipped right on time, so perfect.
I wrote a song called Enemy where it's like I'm like, and these are like, they're so old. I sound so little in the songs when I listen back to them. But that one, it's like I'm singing, I'm like, you're dead to me, my enemy, and everybody's like, who's your enemy? And I'm like, me. I'm killing not literally, but you know what I mean, like my old self. And then my album, there's just so many songs on my album. I would say Traces on my album. It's about like how everything in like my past relationship like led to that person, like that ex-partner. But the whole album is like me just, instead of like talking to my exes after we break up, I talk to them in song. I'm like, it's me processing my emotion.
Do you think that like your exes ever like know like, oh, this song's about me, or like kind of like relative to?
For sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
They definitely know. It's like the timing. I don't know. My songs are very like, there's a lot of things I say in my music that I think only that person could know. And fun fact, this is a really embarrassing thing to admit. So this is gonna be really embarrassing. But there's a song called oh my god, this is so raw and open. But there's a song called "Real Apology" I wrote, about my ex-boyfriend. I was like 17. My ex-boyfriend. I woke up to him like going through my phone. He was crazy. Like he was a crazy man. And I made this song because he was crazy. And then I'd be like, "Hey, can you not be crazy?" And then he'd be like, "Yeah, I won't be crazy." And then he'd still be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the song's called "Real Apology." Like, can you give me a real apology instead of like with your actions and not your words?
Right.
So I go to the studio. We broke up. I go to the studio, write the song. And then we got back together. Or maybe we were still together. I don't know. But I remember after I got in the studio, I got in the car with him. And I played the song. And I was like, "This song's about you." And I was like, "This song's about how much you pissed me off. Isn't it great?" And he was like, "Yeah." but yeah, so
Sure.
yeah, so he definitely knows that whole album is about him. There's like 2 songs on there that aren't, but he definitely knows. But yeah, I think they do.
Okay, that's what's up. Have there? I was gonna be like, have there? good sound effect.
You don't want this. You instigating. I'm just right here.
I'm just wondering, like, have they ever been like, "Hey, like, was this about me?" Like, have they ever like asked, or is it usually just like, so, or like it is what it is?
We're spilling tea on this podcast.
We low key are, but it's the 804 podcast.
Yeah, I have to do it. They haven't like really like reached out. I do have an ex who like the song I guess technically is about him, but I think he like really likes that.
Oh,
about him.
yeah.
But it's like not about him in the way he thinks it's about him. Should I spill the tea? What if they see it?
They got to deal with Alex. Yeah, they got to deal with Alex.
Okay, I'm gonna say it because it's no hard feelings.
Brock Lesnar comes.
You get me.
Hey, Marilyn, is there a problem right here? You know these clowns? you know these suckers over here?
Hey, Nick.
Mr. Lesnar?
This guy has a mean uppercut, so we're good.
Mr. Lesnar?
Like he's, he can see
Yeah.
it's you saying it. It's
Honestly, he shouldn't have done it if he didn't want me to.
You're right,
Okay.
it's not
Facts.
Brock.
Okay,
No.
I'll say it. My song "Another Lover" is about one of my exes, and the chorus goes like, "I don't know if I'll recover when you find another lover." So he's like, obviously like, "Oh my god, she probably misses me so much, like she's not gonna recover." No, I found out he was talking to the girl he told me not to worry about, and I thought he was gonna get with her. So I was like, if you get with this girl, I'm not gonna recover because I'm not gonna trust my own instincts. You were telling me that it wasn't like that. So like, if you get with her, like I'm not gonna recover when you guys start dating. But then they never started dating, so I don't know. But I made a banger. That's all that matters.
But
Yeah.
All right, so the bangers is what. Yeah.
Yeah.
The diss track is what.
the diss
what
track,
matters.
yeah.
Right.
we're one.
For sure. Go ahead, Nick.
I'll say this. What's some of your favorite pop rock bands?
Pop rock bands, hell yes, no doubt, for sure. The band, no doubt.
Band note.
It's Gwen Stefani's band from like the 90s. I love Gwen Stefani. My mom like practically raised me on Gwen Stefani. So like she was like, yeah. She was like one of my biggest.
No. When that mother, that could have been elevator music, nigga. No.
What's that?
Please talk more about actual. Well, what song was that? No, what song was that? I'm gonna have to Cameron Macy right now. What song was that, my nigga? No, what's that?
Gwen Stefani.
And I love Gwen
was that
Stefani
the
too,
thing,
so.
the go and make me like you. Is that?
Oh, but you had to go.
Right,
make
yeah,
me
that's
like
Right, that one. Yeah. Right, yeah. I got you, Pastor. Right, I got you.
You know what you were saying. You knew what you were
Right,
saying.
okay, yeah, I was
You
like-
guys, if you guys may know her more, like she sings like, cause I've been acting like sour milk.
Of course. Oh, no. The streets know about Gwen Stefani. Oh, no. She's good. She's good. Yeah,
iconic.
she's straight.
I'll talk about like who I was like raised on. I will say this till I die. Fangirls run the world 100%, and I grew up a massive fangirl. I had my band tees on. I would go to these shows, and I'm sitting outside the venue at their tour bus, and I'm going to meet them. Like, that's just who I was. I knew about their whole personal life. I knew everyone's birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
I knew their mom's name, what their dad looked like. I was that girl. I loved 21 Pilots and like Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy.
Then I went through like my Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Sublime phase. But like I also like a lot of EDM. So like I like drum and bass. I like everything. So I think that's why my music is so like indescribable, because it just depends on my mood. My favorite artist, like one of my favorite artists, I have a tattoo for them. I'll show it to the camera. Oh, it's Odessa, and they're like an EDM-ish group duo. And they make, my friends call it fairy girl music. Where just like it just feels magical, yeah. Like because whenever I was like really sad and I was going through hard times, I would always like go on drives and listen to Odessa with like my windows down. I'd be like, oh yes, like this is bliss, you know. So it just like
an out of body experience.
Yeah. If y'all haven't listened to him or listened to them, like you gotta just like put on an album and just vibe, like one of their albums. I'm telling you, it's like not much like vocals, but like I don't know, it's great.
Take you out for the world.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to one of those EDM rages or?
Have I been?
Oh yeah.
Have I been? I'm a festival girly.
Okay.
I went to 5 music festivals last year. Like, yeah, this year I'm only doing 2. I was like, I just really felt like I had to live young, wild, and free last year for some reason. After my breakup last year, I went to Okeechobee Music Festival in Florida. I like solo sent it. I was like, I'm gonna rediscover myself, and I'm gonna go by myself, and my car can't drive all the way down to Florida, so I'm gonna meet this random girl online. We're gonna drive together. Kind of sus that I did that, but it ended up being great. Yeah, and
we're here.
Yeah, I went by myself, and it was so sick, because when you go to like a festival by yourself, she had her friends, so like they kind of did their thing, but like you can do whatever you want. When you go with a big group of people, they're always like, do you want to go see this set? Do you want to go see this set? I was seeing whatever I wanted, and it was great. I saw Odessa, my band, yeah, and then after that, I went to Project Glow. I went to EDC Las Vegas. Me and my friends did like a road trip there, which is like, well, that was like very EDM heavy. And then I went to Bonnaroo, which was 3 weeks after EDC, like something like that. And I just spontaneously decided to go because this like clothing company was looking for vendors. So I got to go for free, and it was like the best experience of my life. And it was like so unexpected. If you can't tell, like I'll like, if someone's like, do you want to go to Florida tomorrow? I'll be like, yes. And I'll just go. And then after that, I went to Elements. But I used to go to a lot more raves than I do now. I think I've kind of chilled out a bit. Like it's just not as exciting to me. I'd rather be in the woods, like listening to that stuff, than like in the like mix, a block down the street for me, you know. But yeah, I do. I go to a lot of that stuff. I love the community. Like, they're very loving. It's like very sweet. I feel like they have kind of like, from people who are not like in the rave scene, they have like a different rep than like it really is. Like everybody's like, oh, it's just drugs and like partying, but it's actually like a lot of love and a lot of like good vibes. And that's why I really like it. And the music's just like spiritual and fire and cool. Everyone has like their different genre. It's very broad, but that's why I like it.
Sure. In the intro, you kind of mentioned your band. Kind of a 2-part question. I guess first, how'd you guys kind of get together?
Oh yeah. So my main guitarist is actually in Argentina right now, studying abroad. So he's not here right now. So my friend Scott is filling in for him in the meantime. They're both great. I love them both. But Mateo, my guitarist, I met him in 7th grade, and he just was always there, and he always played guitar. So when I got like more serious about music, I was like, I used to perform with tracks like at my shows. And then I was like, I need a band. Like, it's just so different with a full band, especially if with like what I do, because I was just like buying tracks, and that's how I was making my music. And then I would say like recently, I was like, I want to make everything from scratch. Like I want it to be like all me, or like
that's
all
a lost art.
Yeah, all my people. So Mateo, I've known since 7th grade. My really good friend Steve is my bestie. Shout out Steve. Like anytime Steve comes on stage, I'm not even kidding you, y'all, the whole crowd goes, Steve. He wants to get Steve merch, and I told him if he pays for it, it can definitely happen. I think he is. So Steve merch coming. He's my really good friend. I met him in just like the friend group I was in a couple years ago, and Milo, he's in Wrong Worshippers. Shout out Milo. He's the drummer. And I met Milo at ARGS in high school. He was a grade below me, so he was a freshman and I was a sophomore, and he was in my French class. And it was an art school, so he went there for drumming. And we started a band in high school. It was called Sandwich Handle. Yeah.
Sandwich Handle.
Sandwich Handle. It didn't get far. We had like a couple rehearsals. So when I started making music and performing, I just asked all of them to make music with me. So they would perform with me, and then it was so great because like the first time we all got together, it wasn't complicated. It's just we started playing, and I was like, thank God this isn't going to be like a long, like, we get each other, and it's great. And especially now more than ever. So I was like, okay, we get each other so well. And same with Scott, like we all blend in just so well. And I was like, we should all make a song together. And I made my song Sugar with Mateo and like his band. But now that I have like my own kind of like solid band now, we just actually wrote and recorded a song together that we freestyled like just randomly. I literally was like, Steve, can you please throw a funky bass line? And he was like, yeah. And then everyone just came in. And when I tell you, this song is pretty much the exact same way it was when we freestyled it. We finished freestyling that song and we were like, this is a hit. It's not out yet, but it will be out relatively soon, in like the next couple months. It's like my first song with the full band, and it's like my favorite song I've ever wrote. It's rocky, it's fun, it's powerful. It changes up a little bit in there. It's really cool. So yeah, we all have a great connection. I love my band.
And last part of it, you kind of alluded to it, because we get a lot of artists that are just artists. They don't have a band, or they might be in a group or whatever. So like, how is it you being the lead singer? Like, and you kind of alluded to it. There's no, everybody's kind of for themselves these days. So like, how is it getting everybody? And like you even said in the beginning, they're kind of becoming Marilyn. Like they're becoming you as an artist. So how? I guess this is a pretty easy transition for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, they're MARILYNPHAM's Grand Slam band. That's what we call them, the Grand Slam band. I think it helps that they're all my friends, and it doesn't feel like they don't want to do it. Like you can tell they want to do it, and they enjoy doing shows with us, and like we have fun in rehearsal still. Sometimes it can be like, on the way to rehearsal, like it kind of can feel like a dread, but like once we're actually there, we have a lot of fun. And it's like fun, like switching things up, like these songs we've played for so long, like, oh, we can switch them up. But Milo and Scott are in bands that are like their main priority. So as long as they don't have like commitments with their bands, they're usually able to do gigs with me. And I've known like most of my band for so long, like they're my friends. Steve is lovely. He just loves being in my band and playing with me, and I'll send him like acoustic stuff I work on all the time. He's super talented, and he'll be like, okay, I just wrote chords for this, like, okay, like, I have this idea for this, and we can have Milo do this. Like, it's just the vision comes together like with all of us. So I'm so grateful for that, because I know like it's not always that much of a luxury for other artists, and I just think I have the right people in my corner, and I'm just blessed enough to have like talented people and those connections in my life. And if they're not able to perform for some reason, like they have other commitments, I have other people that can fill in for them. Of
course.
But Steve is always on lock. He is always shout out Steve. But shout out my whole band. Steve. Yes.
Yeah, we gotta see that in action once.
Right.
I'll say this.
Okay.
In your specific genre, what is the music scene like here in Richmond?
In my specific genre, it's so interesting because like I can play shows and it like works with a lot of different artists. I did a show at Gallery 5 a couple months ago with Mavi Taylor and Monet, and Monet is very like soft and like elegant. Her voice is beautiful, and like Mavi's very like pop. And I think I have elements of those in both of my music. I don't know. It's just like I don't think there's really anyone who makes music like anyone really. At least within my circle, with the people I know, like everyone's very unique and has their own thing. I've performed with Flight Club a bunch of times. They're like very rock, very cool. We're doing a show with them next Thursday, like a week from today, actually, at Gallery 5, and we're doing our Hourglass sessions. And have you all heard of Hourglass sessions?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Cool dudes. So they're gonna show our Hourglass session music videos, and then we're doing like a set. And Flight Club is releasing theirs. So that's what like we're celebrating. But the music scene is great. I mean, we're all friends. We all get along. We all support each other. I would say I wish there was more female artists in the music scene here. I feel like I do a lot of shows with a lot of men, which is cool. I mean, like, but like, I want to see more females doing this thing, because I don't feel like I'm ever. That's why I was very adamant on my Gallery 5 show being an all female lineup, just because you don't really see that in Richmond. At least I haven't really seen it. So I was like,
A whole lot.
yeah, and I was like, I really want to do that. Also, like a lot of them are just like my friends. Y'all know Rosamira? Rosamira? You do? That's my girl. She grew up in church with me. I showed her some of my first songs. She's like my soul sister. I showed her like one of my first songs, and she's like, Marilyn, you have to make music. She went to ARGS with me too. Like we would drive home from school, and we would like write songs together. Like I don't know, just everyone I've met, everyone I'm cool with. Some people have been in my life a long time, some not that long, but everyone's great. I mean, I've never had a problem with anybody. Yeah.
I'll say this also, kind of staying on the topic of negativity.
Okay.
What's your worst show experience?
Worst show experience. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had any horrible experiences at all. I can't really think of them. I mean,
No fan came up on the stage with a chair, and then you had to like kick him in the stomach and punch him.
I mean, I don't want to say it's
had
like
to kick him in the stomach. Yeah, you had no choice but that. Right.
All the shows were live. The fans seem to be engaged.
Yeah,
and all that
I have
stuff.
very supportive friends and fans that show up consistently. My parents being one of them. I'm really grateful. Like my parents go to all my shows. My dad and uncle, you will see them in the front row on Facebook Live. And that is awesome that I have like family that supports me in this, because not a lot of people can say that, and it definitely helps push me to be my very best. And what I'm about to say, it wasn't a horrible experience. It was just different. When I started making music, I was doing a lot of shows in like bars. Like a bunch of, and it was like 20 people on the lineup, and it'd be like intense, like rappers, like really intense rappers, and then it'd be me, this 17-year-old little girl. I don't know how I ended up in these, I was playing in these bars, like rager stuff, like rager shit, and my dad would still go to them, and he'd just be like
supportive.
Yeah, but like, and it wasn't horrible. They were actually so fun.
Shout out to Pops.
I will say that was just a different experience. My shows are a lot more consistent. Like they're not like that anymore. But I got to have that experience. I think that's kind of cool that I was doing that. But it was just different because like they'd be just like raging, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna sing my little pop songs now. But no, I really can't think of any horrible experiences. I hope I never have one.
Shout out to pop rock, John.
Thanks. Thanks.
It's good to hear something different.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Sure. Guess we can get a well, actually, Marilyn, is there anything you want to talk about? Any topic out there?
Anything I want to talk about?
Anything you want to talk about in the social world? I guess before I do my Jesse Wonder.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right? You got so much responsibility, right?
I'll just talk about like my like spiritual, mental revelations I've personally been going through lately. I won't speak about anyone else, but I would just say as a collective, like love more, obviously, be more compassionate, listen more, look each other in the eyes, see each other soul to soul. You know, I think society's lacking a lot of that, and I was lacking that at a certain point. Luckily, I was able to awaken that side of me that's like, oh shit, there's like people, and I want to make connections. I just love connecting with people. But like in my brain recently, I've just been trying to listen to my intuition more and trust myself more. I feel like I've been having to make a lot of difficult decisions that are hard in the moment, but I knew were best for me in the long run. So I've just been working on putting myself first, taking care of myself first. Balance. All caps. Balance. I am just like finally getting a hold of my balance for like my inner peace. Like, you don't gotta go out every night, but you can still go out. You know, don't limit yourself, and you know, you don't gotta like, it's okay to be sad, but don't, just notice the emotion. Don't be that emotion. You know, like, love yourself, like, accept yourself, you know, cut yourself some slack as long as you're trying your best. And that's really what I've been going through a lot, like listening to the signs. Like, I'm always asking Spirit for signs. Like, I'm like, Spirit, show me I'm on the right path. And it'll always just show me. And like, it's like
a sign that says right path, and then it's like, okay,
it's literally like that. Yeah. Like, I had to make a really hard decision lately, and I was like, oh, is this going to be so tough to do? And I'm at the river, and I'm like walking, crying, and I'm like, oh, Spirit, like, do I do this? And I got a notification. I have a motivation app, y'all. If you don't have the motivation app, download it, because it'll send you like random motivational quotes. I also have an affirmation app that does the same thing, that sends you affirmations. Yeah, but my motivation app literally says, do it, even if you're scared. And I was like, oh, thanks, God, for making it so clear. So, like, okay, I have no choice. I have to make this decision. I also asked Spirit, I'm like, one day when I was like young, I was like, Spirit, show me a sign. And it was like a big flock of birds. And I was like, Spirit just like called to me, and it was like, oh yeah, your sign for me is going to be big flocks of birds. So whenever you see big flocks of birds, just know, like, I'm with you. You're doing great. Keep going. So I'm at the river, y'all, trying to, like, thinking about, like, okay, do I make this really hard decision? And when I tell you, I saw millions of birds, like millions, like the whole sky turned white. I was like, okay, this is gonna happen.
Tell you something.
So, yeah, it's trying to tell me something. So, yeah, my, I guess motivation would just be to trust yourself more. You are the only person you have, 24/7, 7 days a week, 31 days a month. For the rest of your life, you are the only person who knows what you've gone through, has had your experiences, and you have to have your own back at all time. You have to be able to stand up for yourself, because I didn't go to college. I was like, I want to do music. I don't want to go to school. I just don't want to. Like, maybe I will if I really, like, wanted to go. But, like, you know how much, like, judgment in, like, comments, especially, like, being an Asian American, y'all. Oh, my Lord. Like, I
didn't even think about it.
Yeah, like, I really have to, like, stand my ground for myself, for what I want and who I want to be. And at the end of the day, like, people can make their judgments, but I know who I am at heart. I know my purpose and my truth, and I know I'll be fine. Thank you for caring about me and worrying about me, but I'm not stressing. I'm on the right path. We're good. So yeah, just trust your gut more. If your head is telling you not to do something, or to do something, or something's for you or not for you, listen to it. Don't let others get in the way of your divine path, because I did. But we're and that's part of it. It's like, you get off the path, but it's also part of your path, and it's just a mind fuck.
Facts.
Life is a big mind fuck trip, but it's amazing.
It is,
and it's crazy, and you feel all these emotions, and it's scary, and it's fun. But
you get off your path, but you get back on your path. But that's your path.
But the path.
That was fire.
But
Yeah,
that's a bar. That's a bar.
You
Right
said it,
there.
man. No. I just put it for the street. I got to break it down for the gritty rappers out there.
Yes. No, the path is,
That's
you know,
crazy.
sometimes
That
the
was
path is the back roads. You know? Oh, that's a bar.
We might be making a song soon.
Yeah. We're spinning facts. We're spinning facts today on the 804 podcast.
What's the name? I asked a question. I guess Jesse wonders now get up out of here.
What does Jesse wonder?
Now I can't get as negative as I want to because after all that affirmation and all
No,
that
we're not
good
getting.
stuff,
I'm good energy only. I do not take
For sure.
negativity.
Yeah, I know you're giving Nick a hard time.
I know, right?
Oh, are you
right,
Mr.
right.
Negative?
Not really. I can be positive.
He just likes negativity.
Sometimes.
He wallows in negativity. No, let me stop. Not wallows. Not wallows.
Right,
Don't
right.
do him like that.
No, not really.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
What does Jesse
Stop
wonder?
fucking lying.
Is addiction a disease?
Yes.
It could be a simple answer. We ain't got to be here all day. Just something throw it out there. Any type of addiction?
I mean, people got simple addictions like coffee every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need my coffee. Yeah, it's like
Whatever, Alex. Why are you yelling at me? You're in the Starbucks line. So sir, can you please sign your awards? Right? Sir, can you please? Sir, please.
Give me the coffee.
Sir, please hold your phone still so I can scan. It's like, so I can scan your.
over here choking the person.
You know, man, these real niggas know about the rewards members.
Just give me the fucking
Sir,
coffee.
please, you won't get any more points if you don't. 86 about the points, nigga. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Don't
you're right, Nick. So
apologize.
different addictions. So
what I'll say is,
Okay.
if you can't go 7 to 14 days without it, you got an addiction.
For sure.
Well, I can stop whenever I want to.
They always say that.
No, but really, I'm different. You don't know me.
I mean,
You don't know what I've been through.
what do you think you're addicted to?
What? Oh, you're saying me?
Yeah, dead serious. If you had to sit here and say, because for me it's caffeine.
You drink coffee?
I have a Coca-Cola right
Oh,
Are you sponsored? Sponsored?
right.
well, for Nick, you keep it a bean. If you want to go by the 7-14 day thing, niggas got a lot of addictions. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, brother. Yeah, like think about this.
So
shit
you
you
wouldn't
doing
say work is an addiction? Our jobs are an addiction?
That's so. I feel like work can be an
No, that was a reach.
addiction.
Okay, stop. Right, yeah, stop. Right, okay, stop. My nigga. Okay, stop. Right, now, fuck out of here. Right, no, sir. If I'm
You're
on
addicted to living on the street.
that,
Yeah.
all right, y'all.
Yeah, this cardboard is an addiction.
So okay, so all right. Let's. I guess the obvious one is drug addiction a disease, because this is where it really came from. Because this is this damn YouTube ad that comes on every fucking time. Well, the addiction is a disease. But yeah,
What's
so
the
we got
definition of disease?
Because I would say an addiction, depending on what, it might not be a disease.
I think I need to know the definition of
I
disease.
got you.
Agreed.
I will say, like, I was definitely addicted to nicotine. Y'all, I'm embarrassed to say this. I started vaping at 15. And
You're good.
yeah. It's just like crazy though. I was so little, and like I vaped for like 5 years, and I just recently quit vaping. Like, I hope my dad doesn't watch this, but like I started.
no, he's not. Don't
He's
worry.
not. I stopped vaping like 5 months ago, and it was so hard, and it was like such like a battle.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
no bullshit. Like,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because nicotine is crazy, and it's so normalized, and everyone has it, and I was like,
Can alcohol? Well, yes, it can.
Yeah.
Can alcohol be an addiction? But yes,
yeah.
it can.
But I just don't know, like, if I would be like, oh, I had a disease from vaping.
Yeah, it
You
seems
know
like
what I mean?
disease because I hate to say this. This might be the trick of having an addiction. I would say
The answer is yes and no.
yeah, because I would.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah, because like it seems like with a lot of addictions, and I'm sure everybody who's been addicted to something would say, it seems like I could just stop at any time. It's just hard to. So it seems like it's more of a choice than it is a disease.
I got you. It's when you have to stop or not. Because like if you can go around just not having to stop, it's all good. Like okay, like for instance, let's say I hate to put it like this: a crackhead going to jail. You can't smoke crack. You gotta stop. Like,
Right.
Allegedly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
the
you
choice
can be
can
walking
made
around with the addiction, the disease, whatever. But until somebody's making you either confront you about it or makes you like go cold turkey. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So then I guess we could now. Granted, we're going off of like how we're talking.
At the end of the day, you have to want to stop that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Right.
something got to make
You
you.
have to.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, to keep it up. But like if someone throws you, like you just said, you know, like now granted that's against your will.
I can stop cocaine anytime I want.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but
Let's move that. Let's Marilyn's here now. Hi, Marilyn.
Please no.
Okay, we can. Thank you.
I feel like.
Not to cut you off. I got
Oh, no,
y'all.
you're right.
A particular quality, habit, or disposition regarded to adversely affecting a person or group of people.
So yes.
So that's addiction.
Yes,
no,
a disorder.
disease.
Disease. I'm sorry. So yeah, disease. A disorder of structure or function in a human, animal, or plant, especially one that has a known cause, distinctive group of systems.
Plants can have diseases.
Honestly, I hate definitions because they don't really give you anything.
But I was gonna say, because with the disease, now this is just me kind of like putting it in my words. I would think of a disease more of like something that you can't. Okay, like you could have a disease, and then like it's not a choice. Like okay. With an addiction.
So,
go ahead.
I have epilepsy.
Okay.
That's more of a neurological type of disorder.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, what's disorder?
And I can't really help that.
Right.
Unless
it's not a choice.
Yeah. I mean, even if I take medicine, I could still fuck around and something happen.
Right. So then I would feel like that would be different than an addiction. So like, for instance, nicotine. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'd be like, I need it. Like,
Yeah.
I would be mad.
But like, okay, here's the thing that I always think of. Like, okay, so with an addiction, someone could like force you to stop the addiction. Could someone like force you to stop epilepsy? You know what I mean? Like, kind of, sort of.
Well, no one could stop
Obviously
you to
not.
have
Yeah. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's kind of the yeah.
I'll tell you something. I'll give you another example.
Go ahead.
So, oxycodone. When I had my surgery, they gave me that to feel good.
Yeah.
I can see why people get addicted to that.
Right.
Because when I was taking it, I felt absolutely nothing. I felt good. And like I had to literally stop myself from.
I hear that stuff is.
that's wild.
That is strong stuff.
Yeah. I had hydrocodone after my surgery, but
I had codeine. And I was 15 and my mom told them, they were like, don't give her that stuff. I don't know. She was like, don't. So I didn't take it. I had it, but she didn't let me take it. But yeah, because I have like, I think like the addiction runs in my family for some things. But I don't know. It's a very like curious question.
Yeah, because
Maybe it's a matter
Jesse
of
wonders.
opinion.
Yeah, I feel like if someone can force you to like, okay, addiction, like someone could like force you to stop, like, you know, an addiction. So then that makes.
But I feel like it comes down to yourself. Like, what if you? It's like discipline. If you your mind has to want to stop addiction. Like,
True.
no one, people can influence that, and people can tell you what to do. But like, people can stand around you all you want and be like, you should quit smoking cigarettes. And if your mind doesn't want to, it's not gonna happen until that like kind of changes in your mind. And it's gonna take a lot of like discipline and like starting over and like not beating yourself up and like not giving up.
My opinion is kind of controversial, maybe, but like I feel like now I agree with you, but I feel like the difference would be there's a choice there. So like you can make the choice to like, not saying it's easy, but like you could, however hard it may be, you know, make the choice, or someone could make the choice for you. But like, I guess with certain diseases, there's no like, you know what I mean? There is no choice. Like,
so you're saying like with addiction, like there's always the choice, is what you're saying?
Yeah, whether it's you or someone else kind of thing. Where like a disease, for most of them that I know that are like well, you know what I'm saying with
Yeah.
disease, that like, you know, like there's no choice. Like no one can make the choice for you. You can't make the choice. It's just, it is what it is. That's how I kind of feel about it. But I do agree with what you're saying about addiction though. It does have to come from you to be able to sustain it.
Yeah.
Or when it comes to addiction, sometimes something happens to, you know, a person that they love who's somebody, who's, you know,
True.
who's addicted.
Trauma.
Yeah.
If
I mean, people
that's what you're alluding
people
to.
have lost family members because they choose to be addicted to alcoholism, where it's crack, cocaine, heroin. So,
Heroin. I'm sorry. I like watching Family Guy. There's this one episode where Stewie said that shit. That shit was so fucking funny.
I feel like the conversation got really deep.
No, man. Jesse Wonders, man.
Yeah. I mean,
so
we're wondering.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm
said,
really
bro.
wondering. I feel like you should do like a poll.
Got it.
Poll in the comment section.
And then we'll send them right to you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm here for
A
it.
song about
Ask Marilyn.
Ask me.
Yeah, no, for
I'll
sure.
put it on my
Yeah.
Instagram story, guys. Is addiction a disease? Write your answer in the box.
Sure. Yeah. All right. I guess we can get announcements and we can get up out of here. Yeah, Marilyn. Any shout outs? Any dates? Anything you want to tell the people before we get up out of here?
Yeah. I guess by the time this is out, the show would have already happened. But I have a show April 3rd at Get Tight, and then
Bet.
I'm going on like a little mini hiatus. Not really though. I'm doing some like acoustic stuff. Well, not everything is like set in stone yet, but I'm gonna do like a little spiritual acoustic thing. I'm performing for Spring Equinox. It's like this little like hippie thing we all do. I don't know. I write like a lot of spiritual music, but it's not anything I would put out like myself probably. Maybe I would, but I don't know. So I'm gonna do a little acoustic set there. It's like $20 if you want to like have like a spiritual retreat moment and celebrate the spring equinox. I'm doing that.
I'm excited
thinking-
for spring. Not to cut you off.
Oh no, I'm so excited.
yeah,
This
nah.
weather today, y'all.
It was nice.
It was
nice.
great.
It was nice.
Yeah, I have some shows coming up. I have some music coming up. I have a lot of cool projects coming up. I'm really excited about, and I wish I could say more about it, but I can't. Yeah.
Sure.
They know when they know.
Yeah. And shout out to anyone who watched this, and shout out to you guys for having me, because I feel like I could sit here and talk to y'all. And this is a 24-hour podcast, like for
Oh, it
24
is.
hours straight.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we're just
yeah,
getting started.
Yeah.
No, but I genuinely feel like I could sit here and talk to y'all forever. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Feelings mutual.
Thank you.
Mr. Nick.
oh, so shout out a big company real quick. Shout out Netflix. Even though y'all are raising the prices, I'm gonna tell y'all, go on Netflix right now and watch All of Us Are Dead. That shit right there is fucking fire.
You know what they did with the household thing, though, right?
What happened?
I'm on my friend's mom's Netflix account, knee deep into this show. I'm so invested. I've been on it for like years. I go on and it's like, oh, you're not in the household, you're not in the range. I was like, shut up. I don't know.
Shut up.
I was like, screw Netflix after that.
Yeah,
I'll find
cracking
an
down.
alternative route to watch what I need.
VPN or something. Yeah. yeah.
Hulu,
Right. Yeah.
anything, YouTube.
I'm with. Yeah.
But shout out the documentary.
Proud of you, man.
Still got more clips coming out.
Big things.
Other than that, you know, drink water. Like I always tell y'all, read, please. We need more readers out there that, you know, y'all know the words. Y'all know the words y'all saying. Y'all can spell them. Y'all can
Conglomerate.
pronounce them, you know. Yes,
Conglomerate.
Read.
Read, please.
It's a threat.
Books. Actual books. And
Conglomerate.
understand, it's okay to look up the definition of it.
I'm running my conglomerate right now, Nick.
And what does that mean? What does that
Right.
mean now?
Sound it out, brother. Right.
I'm conglomerating right now. I'm just
Conglomerate. Right. Faux Sachi. Right.
Oh, boy.
Good Lord, man. Shout out
gotta read
to
out here, y'all.
Oh, that was it, Nick. Hey. Mr. Alfred.
Oh man. We're trying to help them. We're trying to teach them how to read. We're trying to help these guys out here, man, and these girls out here. So y'all are
Throw that in there. Marilyn's in the room, y'all.
I had to cover all of my bases. Yeah, the kids, the men and women, children, everybody. Yeah, okay, and the dogs.
All inclusive.
Right.
And the cats.
Right, and the cats.
birds,
Right,
the trees.
the gecko, all of that. Yeah.
Know someone with a gecko?
Geico. Y'all better pay us. Yeah, but yeah. Aside from that, Jesse, you already know what they're doing, man. They're laying in bed right now, lights off. They got their covers half on right now, man. They got their phone in one hand, and Jesse, what do they have in their other hand?
It's amazing how you choose this advertising route every time. Like,
They laying in bed. Lights off, covers half on. And what do they have in their other hand, Jesse? What do they have in their other hand, Nick? They have their W-2s, their 1099-Rs, 1099 NECs, their 1095 A, B, and Cs, and they have, Jesse, they still got their 2020 and 2021 stimulus letter. So what do they need to do right now? Come on now, what do they need to do?
everybody at home is wondering what type of commercial this is. So what I advise you to do is you turn down Another Love. That's what you do, because they don't like Maryland right out here, you know what I mean, Southside. Coming through Hall Street, Southside Plaza, my good brother.
She belongs to the street.
And where am I pulling up to?
Marilyn is still nervous.
I know, where am I pulling up to?
Right now.
Where you're going is you're going to 2650 Hall Street Road. That's 2650 Hall Street Road. Fiscal Fitness, Tax, and Financial Services, y'all. My father's business, Derek L. Alfred, been doing taxes over 30 years. And Nick, you might catch your boy in there doing a little something. I was just in there today, so.
So you fucked up some tax.
Tighten up.
Stress. I did my taxes today.
Yeah.
Unsuccessfully.
Give us a call. Yeah.
I will now. That's working.
Yeah, give us a call.
Unsuccessfully, right.
804-321-5766. That's 804-321-5766. He can get you hooked up with retirement planning, get you set up with an annuity. And folks, we don't just do individual taxes. We also do business taxes. For all you new business owners out there, we got you covered. If you did any kind of like ride sharing app, we got you on that as well. So like I said, the number is 804-321-5766. We're located at 2650 Hall Street Road. Love you, Dad. Love you, Mom. Everybody pray for my mom. She got out of surgery today. Love you, A. And yeah, Marilyn, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you guys.
What's up? Give us a call. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I may need to.
Did she finish the surgery?
Yeah, she's out. Yeah, she's good. She
Whatever.
Yeah, last time. Yeah, she's
Mom's
good.
good. Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah, she's good.
And I know I grew up with his mom, so it's hilarious.
She's doing
Yeah. No, yeah, my mom. Yeah.
Knowing his mom, she would make a joke. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
No, legit. I saw my dad today, and she was like, yeah, like, what did he say to me? He was like, yeah, she was hungry, so she just got something to eat.
Type shit.
And then she was like, yeah, I'm just gonna rest the rest of the day. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, like, yeah. You know, surgery. It's only surgery. It's cool. Yeah.
It's only surgery.
Right. Yeah.
Shout out Miss Alfred though. Good shit.
Facts.
But yeah, once again, I know everybody else said it. Shout out to Marilyn for coming through. Obviously,
Thank you.
good
Guys.
episode. Got to learn a lot.
Big facts.
You already watching, man. Like, subscribe. J1 Day 1 Films. You know what I'm saying?
Taxes done.
Right. The report card, all the good stuff. Just keep subscribing.
Facts.
All different types of content coming soon.
Big facts.
And yeah, Nick, go ahead, take us up out of here, man.
All right, again, thank you, Marilyn, for coming through.
Thank you.
I'm Nick,
Jesse.
Alex.
and this has been the 804 Podcast.
And